Something might have happened at work and it's really bothering you. Bechtel's code of conduct was violated. At least you suspect as much. Contacting ethics and compliance is something we all can and should do when we are concerned that Bechtel's standards of conduct are not being met. In fact, Bechtel depends on its employees to speak up so the situation can be remedied and a healthy work environment can be maintained. So where do you start? First of all, if you feel comfortable talking to your supervisor or manager about the issue, that's usually the best place to start. He or she can help you determine whether the suspected wrongdoing or inappropriate conduct is an ethics or compliance issue. If so, your manager has the responsibility to contact ethics and compliance. You don't need to start with your supervisor if you're not comfortable with that. You can talk to your ethics and compliance officer or human resources directly. You can find their contact information on Beck Web. And you can always contact the Ethics Helpline. The Ethics Helpline is a confidential resource where you can ask questions or report any ethics or compliance issue or concern. The helpline is administered by an independent third-party vendor with trained specialists available 24/7, 365 days a year to assist you. If you've decided to contact the helpline, how do you go about it? You can reach the helpline in several ways. On the internet, you can submit a report to the Ethics Webline. You can even upload relevant documents and photos. By telephone, call the Ethics Helpline at 1-800-BECHTEL in the United States. International toll-free numbers are listed on the Ethics and Compliance page on BeckWeb. Email and standard mail. What happens when you contact the helpline? You'll be asked a series of questions to identify relevant details of your concern or question. Try and be as detailed as possible. Provide any information that could be relevant to the case. No matter the issue or concern, it will be taken seriously, and you will be treated with respect. Only those who need to know will be involved in or know of the investigation. Your report will be kept confidential to the extent permitted by law and the company's need to fully investigate the matter. If English isn't your first language, the Ethics Helpline has translators in multiple languages to help. When you first contact that helpline, you'll be asked whether you want to remain anonymous or leave your contact information. It is highly recommended that you provide the ethics investigators with your name and number so they can contact you if they have questions or need additional information that will help them examine the allegations. You don't have to give your name, but sometimes anonymous allegations are more difficult to investigate. No matter what choice you make, the information you provide will be treated confidentially. If you report by phone or online, you'll get confirmation of your report along with a report key and password so you can get updates on the case. So what happens after your report is filed? As soon as a report comes in, it is evaluated and assigned for handling within 48 hours. For cases assigned to an ethics and compliance investigator, the goal is to complete the investigation within 60 days. For more complex cases, with many witnesses in various locations, the process can take longer. How can I see how my case is progressing? If you identified yourself when reporting, you'll be contacted when the investigation is completed, and you will be informed of the outcome. If you reported anonymously, you can contact the Ethics Helpline with your key to learn the outcome. Either way, you won't be given details of any disciplinary action that results from the investigation. That is confidential to protect the privacy of the people involved. The final communication on the case will usually state appropriate action has been taken. Threats or acts of retaliation against you for reporting unethical or illegal conduct won't be tolerated. If you believe you have been subjected to retaliation, you should immediately contact the Ethics Helpline or Human Resources. All allegations of retaliation are investigated, and action is taken if retaliation is found to have occurred. Your well-being is our utmost concern. All of us here at Bechtel have an obligation to speak up when we see or hear something that isn't right. When we do, we make Bechtel better.